This can marks the site of the Camp Mail rail crash.
Near Samford on Camp Mountain, a crowded picnic train derailed.
So in 1947, a chartered private picnic train actually crashed here. Sharp curve between Dayboro and Ferny Grove stations, bound for Brisbane, derailed while heading for Samford.
16 people died, 38 were injured.
So most of the victims were employees of the Department of Customs who were travelling on a chartered Labor Day picnic excursion.
An inquest found an inexperienced driver went 30 kilometres too fast. Back then, trains didn't have speedometers.
McLean Road actually marks the travel path of the train.
Oh, I got one of those cool business
Nice.
shots.
Business. Where it was Camp Mountain Station. So is this where the station was? So I'm not sure why these are abandoned, but we're about to go check them out. Where are they? So we're in Dayboro at Mount Me Road, and we come to check out these two abandoned train carriages. Look like somebody in that one.
Although these abandoned carriages aren't believed to have come directly from Dayboro Railway, they are almost certainly from the same era. Hundreds of redundant timber railway vehicles across Queensland found second lives on farms, where they became sheds, workshops and even homes. These two carriages are among the last surviving reminders of that period.
Yeah, it looks like they've only just been smashed.
I went like 2 years ago.
So we're at Dayboro at Mount Me Road. Takes about, what did it say, 40 minutes from Brisbane?
One of the most surprising things still left inside these old railway carriages isn't the seats or the timber panelling. It's this.
That is an old heater.
At first glance, it almost looks like an old electrical appliance,
Yeah, that looks like an old heater, I think. Imagine that.
but it's actually a gas-fired radiant heater, a reminder of just how different train travel was decades ago.
$20 for a phone. That's cheap as hell. Look at the numbers too, Dad.
Back in the 1960s and 70s, many Queensland rail passenger carriages didn't have air conditioning or modern climate control.
So you can see they got the old heaters. Yeah, there's a big wasp there. You can see they got these old school, I think it looked like a gas heater.
Instead, they relied on simple but effective heating systems like this to keep passengers warm during the colder winter months. The ceramic panel inside would glow with radiant heat, warming the carriage without needing electric heating. Mounted high on the wall, it allowed heat to spread throughout the compartment while passengers travelled through the cooler country districts. For many people today, it's hard to imagine riding on a train heated by a gas flame. But for passengers travelling on the brand lines like the Dayboro line, this was completely normal. Details like this are becoming incredibly rare. Most historic railway carriages have either been restored, stripped of their original fittings, or simply disappeared altogether. Finding an original heater still in place offers a fascinating glimpse into what everyday rail travel was really like in Queensland more than 50 years ago. It's a small piece of railway history, but one that tells a much bigger story about how people travelled, stayed warm, and experienced the railways long before modern trains transformed the passenger experience.
So this is a good idea. Rita suggested going to, Dayboro, and that's cool. So Dayboro, there's two abandoned, they're at the roadside, so anyone can have a look. There's no gates or anything like that.
While editing and finding information for the video, we also found out that this is actually private property and the fence is broken.
So as you can see, someone slept in this one.
Please respect the property and only view from the property lines.
All right, so you can see someone slept in this one. What? So you can see this one's a bit more modern than the other one. It's been sealed off. But yeah, you can see someone's made a temporary home of it for a little bit, which is smart, I would. So yeah, those are the abandoned trains.
Yeah, but why is it just all a grass?
Yeah.
I'm scared of heights. Don't put that in there.
I'm fully putting that in there. Train track, abandoned train tracks. Or abandoned train carriages. I wonder if the door opens. Nah, she's shut. So I'm not sure why these are abandoned here. If you know why they're abandoned, just drop it in the comments. We've checked out the abandoned trains at Dayboro on Mount Me Road. Like and subscribe, and if you've got any ideas for me to go check out, drop them in the comments.
Oh, I got one of those cool business
Nice. Business. Where it was Camp Mountain Station. So is this where the station was?
Yeah, here's a map here.
Ah, so there's a map of where the train line went.
Uh-oh.
Pothole, this is obviously where they got their pot. Or where they kept it. So the 1947 Camp Mountain Railway disaster. Let's read up on it. On the Labor Day public holiday, the 5th of May 1947. Can you hear me read? I'm really good. Remember when you used to have to go to the board and read out stuff? I was hopeless at that. So in 1947, a special train with 6 passenger carriages was chartered by the Recreation and Social Club of the Commonwealth Officers. Carrying employees from the Department of Trades and Customs, it departed Brisbane Central Station at 8:59 with an estimated 215 passengers. Travelling to Closeburn Station for a picnic, it was the second of 3 special picnic trains running on the Dayboro branch that day. At 9:48, the train met with a disaster when it derailed while descending the Sanford Range. The derailment was catastrophic with 14 passengers, the driver and the fireman losing their lives, and many other passengers injured. The Court of Injury found the primary cause of the Camp Mountain rail disaster to be excessive speed. McLean Road South follows the route of the former railway line. The 1947 railway disaster occurred 800 metres from the Camp Mountain station and is marked by a memorial cairn. So that was the rock we just looked at before. There's the site of the actual crash. As you can see, it was pretty bad. And it's actually known to be one of the worst disasters on a Queensland rail ever. So following the discovery of gold on the mountain in July 1968, hopeful prospectors arrived at established mines, calling their diggings names such as the Mountain Camp, Lord Kitchener, and Lord Kitchener East. Numerous shallow workings and some deeper shafts can still be found in the area. The mines produced a negligible yield and the influx of water was a major problem. The last gold mine workings in the area appeared to be around 1948. The crops and stuff. So bananas, small crops and dairying. Camp Mountain and the surrounding area was once a farming community with dairy farms and small crops. Since then, the dairy farms of the district gradually made way for the residential housing you see today. The steep slopes of Camp Mountain once supported a thriving banana industry until the late 1920s when the bunchy top virus ended the production. All right, so welcome to Camp Mountain Station. Camp Mountain Station was once located here, 13 miles, 63 chains, 22,188 kilometres by rail from Brisbane Central Station on the former Dayboro branch railway line. The Camp Mountain Station opened for public traffic on Monday the 1st of July 1918. That's over 100 years ago.
Oh, so we're here.
Yeah.
And that's the former rail bridge.
Yeah. So we're on the rail here.
Yeah.
And where we were with the rock, where was that? That was down here somewhere. But yeah. During the 36 years that the station operated, a total of 33,060 passengers travelled from Camp Mountain, of which 13,557 travelled prior to 30th of June 1925. That should be enough for our video. We're done for today. So thank you for watching our one big day adventure. And yeah, come to Dayboro on the weekend. It's great. The bakery's lovely.